Christmas is a season of joy, hope, and celebration. But before the joy, there was waiting. Long, quiet, sometimes uncertain waiting. The story of Christmas teaches us that waiting is not empty, it is preparation. It is faith in action, patience in motion, and hope alive in the heart. Today, we reflect on three figures whose waiting shows us how to trust God's timing: Mary, Joseph, and Simeon and Anna. Let their stories inspire your faith this Christmas season. Mary's story begins with an extraordinary promise. An angel told her she would bear the Savior of the world. Can you imagine that? The weight of God's plan resting in your hands, yet uncertainty surrounding every step. Mary's waiting was filled with questions. How will this happen? What will people think? Can I truly do this? And yet, her response was simple, yet profound. I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled. Luke 1 verse 38. Mary teaches us that waiting is not passive. It is active trust. It is saying yes to God, even when we don't see the full path ahead. Take a moment to reflect. What promise are you waiting for this Christmas? How can you respond with faith, like Mary, even when the path seems uncertain? Her waiting prepared her heart to welcome the miracle. And just as Mary waited, so does God prepare your life for His perfect timing. Joseph's waiting was different, but no less challenging. He faced a decision that would change his life forever. Mary, his betrothed, was pregnant, yet not by him. Fear, shame, and uncertainty could have led him to walk away. But God spoke, "Take Mary as your wife," Matthew 1 verse 20. And Joseph obeyed. Joseph's waiting shows us that faith sometimes requires action. Waiting does not always mean doing nothing. It means trusting God even when we are afraid, even when the path is unclear, and even when the world doesn't understand. He protected Mary. He protected the promise God had placed in their lives. His waiting was faithful, his trust unwavering. Reflect for a moment. Are you willing to trust God's plan, even when it requires courage and sacrifice? Are you willing to act in faith while waiting for the miracle to arrive? This Christmas, Joseph's example reminds us that waiting is powerful when paired with trust and obedience. Finally, we meet Simeon and Anna, two who had waited a lifetime. Simeon promised by God that he would not die before seeing the Messiah. Anna, a prophetess who spent decades in prayer and fasting, waiting for redemption. Their patience was extraordinary. They grew old, yet their hope never faded. And when they finally saw Jesus, their hearts were filled with joy. Luke 2 verses 25 to 38 tells us their waiting was rewarded in God's perfect timing. What can we learn from Simeon and Anna? Waiting is never wasted. Years of preparation, prayer, and patience are part of God's plan. When the promise arrives, the joy is greater because of the faithful wait. This Christmas, reflect. How long have you been waiting for God to move in your life? Are you willing to wait faithfully, trusting that the timing is perfect? Let the story of Simeon and Anna remind us God's promises never fail, and the miracle always comes in His perfect time. Mary, Joseph, Simeon, Anna, each teaches us that waiting is not empty. It is full of faith, trust, patience, and hope. This Christmas, no matter what you are waiting for, healing, provision, breakthrough, remember that God is faithful. The miracle may be on the way. Your faith makes room for it. Take a deep breath, hold on to hope, and trust God's perfect timing. Merry Christmas, and may your waiting season be filled with faith and joy. If you're walking through a waiting season right now, I invite you to subscribe to Waiting in Faith. Here, we grow in patience, hope, and trust in God's perfect timing. Together. Thank you for spending this moment with me. May your heart be filled with peace, and may your waiting season be filled with faith. Merry Christmas!